Well, hello, my friend. This is Mark Clayton, the poly entrepreneur, coming to you from my home office in Burien, Washington, which is a suburb of Seattle. Being an entrepreneur, I do enjoy eating some meals out because I travel around once in a while, and it's just something I like to do. I don't have to take and have a boss or a job that I have to go to, so I enjoy traveling around a little bit. And I enjoy going to the Golden Corrals as I travel around. And the other day, actually just 2 days ago, I was up at the Golden Corral in Marysville, Washington. Now, prior to that experience the other day, my favorite Golden Corral was Spokane, Washington. I've been to Golden Corral in Moses Lake, Washington, Spokane, Washington, and Orlando, Florida. And then I went to that Golden Corral in Marysville the other day, and I just want to tell you what. Not only was the food good as usual at Golden Corral, I was so impressed by the service that I got there. So I want to give a shout out to my waitress. Her name was Lisa. I want to thank you for some outstanding service, and just very friendly. When my water glass got empty, she went ahead and filled that water glass. She offered me and gave me a cup of coffee at the end of my meal when I went and had my dessert. And that's not service that you normally expect to get when you. It's not. I didn't order coffee. I didn't pay for coffee. She just came and offered it to me because I was having dessert and just drank only water with my meal. And so for that, $11, $12 that I spent for dinner, I not only had just an amazing dinner, I had an amazing person taking care of my needs. And one of the things that I was impressed with when I first got there was I saw her taking and wiping a table down, and she didn't just wipe all the stuff off onto the floor. You know how many times and how often that I've seen that in restaurants where they just wipe stuff off to the floor, onto the floor, where she took and wiped everything off onto a tray, and then she actually went and got down on her knees and picked up the little chunks of bread and crumbs and things that happened to be on the floor underneath the table. And after that, then she came back with a damp cloth. I imagine it was a cloth from soaking in some bleach water, so sanitizing, and she wiped down every one of the seats at that table. Now, at that point, this is a table that was right across from me, and I just happened to ask her. I said, Lisa, I've got to know, is this something that you do just because you just really just take very great pride in your work, or is this something that everybody at Golden Corral does? And she was so cheerful in answering. It wasn't that oh yeah, the boss makes us do it. So, oh yeah, that's just something we have to do. She just had the greatest attitude in telling me. She says, no, here at Golden Corral, that's our standard, and we just really want to make sure that the guests that come here have an outstanding experience, and so we always make sure that things are really clean. And one of the other things with cleanliness is I went into the bathroom while I was there. And as in my experience with every Golden Corral that I've ever been to, the bathroom was just kept very clean. People go in there regularly and make sure that it's all taken care of. And I never have any creep factor about going into a bathroom at Golden Corral. Now, as far as the food, though, you just really, I don't know how they do it for the price. It is an amazing, amazing buffet. I mean, the steak is cooked to order, and it's delicious. The marinade that they put on that steak, and they marinate the steak in, is wonderful. This is not a restaurant I want close to Seattle, though, or close to Burien, I should say, because if it was close to Burien, I'm afraid I'd be gaining too much weight. It is just an amazing restaurant. I love eating there. I try not to eat out very often because I am very conscious of my weight. And this restaurant, if it were here in my area, I'm sure I would be visiting it every single month. And so I hope they don't put a Golden Corral in the Burien area, because it is such a great food, great restaurant. And one of the other things that impressed me is when I walked in the door and walked up to pay for my meal, is that right there at the cashier stand, there was a business card. Yes, I picked one up, and the business card then had the name of the Golden Corral as a franchise. And the business card had the name of the franchise owners. It had their phone number and their obviously their address as well. and it's like, yes, we want to make sure that you know who we are. This is our restaurant, and if you have any questions, any problems, any complaints at all, we want to hear about it. And I'm sure that if they ever do get a complaint, that they take care of it in just an amazing fashion. But in this case, for me making this video, I just want to tell them job well done. And the fact that they take such personal care of their restaurant, that their names are on a card right out there in front of the restaurant where you can pick it up, and you can be in contact with them then if you want to or need to be. And so, as far as the food goes, I guess one of the new things I tried that was just blew my mind. I'd never seen them before at a Golden Corral, but they made their own chips and potato chips, and they were barbecue, seasoned with barbecue, and I tell you what, they were the best barbecue chips I've ever had. And I wish I could have those barbecue chips all the time. Of course I don't, because I would really gain a lot of weight then, but they were so good. And so, I mean, everything from the steak to the scalloped potatoes to the macaroni and cheese. These are some of my favorites. The shrimp, just the jumbo fried shrimp is wonderful. Meatloaf, the desserts. I'm not a big dessert person, but I always have to make sure I keep enough room in my stomach for dessert when I'm at Golden Corral, because the desserts are absolutely so good, and all for the price of your meal. And so again, $11, $12, I don't know how they do it, but I am sure glad they do, and every chance and every opportunity I get, I'd be stopping at Golden Corral. So thanks a lot. They also have a banquet meeting room there, and so if you happen to be have a business, like a multi-level business or a home-based business where you occasionally need meeting space, then I really recommend them for using their banquet. I think that they let you use their banquet by just having people in and hoping that everybody that comes in will want to enjoy a dinner and a beverage there. And so if you're looking for meeting space for your business, then that's a great place to have a meeting. And so if you are in a business, or if you're not, but you're thinking about a business, because they say that a third of the people out there have a home business. If you look at the home, not a third of the people, but all the homes on your block, there's 1/3 of those homes on average that has a business of some kind out of that business, running out of that home. One of the people in that home does. And then there's another third of the homes out there that one of the people in the homes are looking for a home business. And so I'm here to help you with your home business. So if you are in a home business, then please click on the link below. And I know this is a restaurant review, but click on that link, and then that'll patch you through a way for you to get a lot of help from me for your home business. Please enter your name, your email address, and your phone number, and you'll start out by getting a webinar, and I'll continue helping you every week with free help with your home business. Thanks a lot. Again, this is Mark, the Poly Entrepreneur from Burien, Washington.